Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you guys have been doing great. So it's been a great day here in the Tennessee Valley. It's a gorgeous weekend. I think the temperature's finally in the mid 70s, and yeah, it's been a great day. Earlier this morning, I did the first, and I guess there's a series of 3 of the money games. So I did the first one this morning, and I did it real early in the morning. And you know, I watched back over that video, and I came in a little bit hot on that video, I have to admit. So I've gotten some comments from you guys. And, you know, the goal of this channel is not for me to try and be careful every little thing I say and make sure everybody agrees with me and we're all happy and everything's wonderful. I mean, that's not the goal of the video or the channel, you know, just to make everybody happy and to agree and go along. But it's also not the goal, you know, for me to try and piss a lot of people off. So, you know, I stand by everything I said. I'm not going to change any of my opinions. I feel strongly about them. But I did rant a little bit. You know, after I started getting some of those comments, I went back and looked at the video. And, you know, I could tell while I was in the video, there's a few things that I'm, you know, pretty passionate about. But, you know, I don't need to go on and on and on. And I did come in a little hot, right? So these videos are, you know, supposed to be about my reaction to his music. And it is. It's a reaction to the lyrics. And some things are hot topics, you know what I mean? It is what it is. So I appreciate your guys' comments, and they were respectful, even to people that were, I guess, maybe a little offended or taken aback by some of my comments and don't agree with me. I think that's okay, you know. I'm offended by a lot of what I hear people say. But I just wanted to let you guys know, you know, I'm not doing this to be controversial. I'm not trying to trigger people, although I probably will on more than one occasion. But I'm really doing it out of you know, out of respect. I'm trying to do it out of respect. Don't want to disrespect anybody, but I will continue to give you my my opinions, but maybe I'll try to not rant as much and not be so fired up if I can help it. Okay, so it's not really an apology. It's just saying, hey, I understand what you're saying to me, and I'm not trying to upset you guys. I'm trying to check this guy's music out and comment and let you know my views where I'm at in life, you know, just like why he makes the music. One thing I would like to say, though, where I think we can find some compromise, I hope, is propaganda, man. The media is terrible. It's terrible in this country. I'm sure it's terrible in Europe or wherever you're at, Canada, you know. None of us are safe from propaganda. And, you know, as much as I get frustrated, or maybe I get a little bit upset sometimes when I keep getting this stuff about Trump and, you know, the right. And when you guys are telling me that, I'm listening to what you're saying. And I can tell you I travel to Europe some for my business, or it's not my business, for my work, the business I'm in. I travel to Europe. And, man, when I go over there and watch the BBC, I mean, it's even almost as, I don't know if it's worse than CNN and MSNBC, but it's close, you know. So what you guys are getting over there, okay, is not accurate. But on the same side, maybe what I'm hearing is all tilted one way on what's going on in England, for example. It doesn't mean either one of us are completely wrong, because I think, you know, we've got a lot of the same dynamics, right? People are people. And I think a lot of the movements, if we say, through the world are hitting all of us. So, okay, I'll try and consider that more when I'm listening to you guys, and maybe temper some of my opinions, and, you know, maybe I'm strong about them, but maybe they're not 100% correct, okay? And I think that's true of all of us. So, okay, maybe we can find a little bit of middle ground there. I want to continue this journey, and I want to make sure it's got positive energy, right? Not doing this for negative energy. You know, I don't want to be bogged down in fighting with people. So hope you take these opening comments of mine the way that I intended for them to be said. All right, enough of that. But I didn't want too much time to pass before I jump into this second one, because I want to see what the rest of this message is and where this is going to go. A lot of you guys told me, I guess part 2 is just a lyric video, okay? So I'll be less distracted by visuals, and I'll focus more on the lyrics. And then a couple of you have mentioned that part 3 is an absolute masterpiece. So we'll see what that's all about. But yeah, let's go. Man, I like this t-shirt. You know, you've watched some of my other videos. I think I've commented that I haven't had a drink since July 4th, but this says bourbon makes it better. And there were many a day where I believed that to be true, but I'm not drinking at the moment. So still like the t-shirt. Looks good, it's soft. All right, let's jump in here. We're gonna do Rand Money Game 2. You ready, Levi? Let's go.
Strange time we're living in, panic and hysteria. Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria. Sit back and watch the show, America.
Ooh, we're gonna throw a little America in there. Okay, I'm calm, don't worry. I'm relaxed. I want to go back. What was it saying about the rich man?
Panic and hysteria, poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria.
See, I'm not into the whole, you know, I push back some, quite a bit, man, if I hear people talking about it. Part of our problem is we just keep trying to pit each other against each other. You know, this is the thing, and I'm guilty of it sometimes, for sure. I talk about the left, you know, leftist. And, you know, I've got reasons for why I feel the way I do and how I feel they're trying to destroy us. So I'm not saying anybody else's opinion, but I'm just giving you my view. You know, I think we need to stop this rich person, poor person stuff, right? So, I mean, every poor person or every person is just, you know, middle class, lower middle class. You know, you're trying to make it. And if there weren't rich people, you wouldn't have a job, you know? So I'm not down with hating millionaires because we all work for millionaires, okay? And if people, smart people can't be motivated to come up with a good idea and create a company so that we can have a good way of life and better ourselves, we're going to be in a tough spot. So I'm not against rich people, and I don't think rich people don't care. Some of them don't care, for sure. There's some of them that clearly don't care. I just think it's dangerous to put everybody in one bucket. You know, that's why even the last video when I was talking about religion, I said not all are violent, okay? But a portion are. Same thing. All right, let's go.
Sit back and watch the show, America. Britain split through fickle shit, a government of hypocrites. These counterfeit politicians sit in parliament.
Yeah, okay, it's going to be a lot of pausing, but yeah, I mean, all politicians, come on, man, that's a dishonest profession just by itself, you know. Counterfeit politicians, that's everywhere. I don't trust any of these guys, right, left, doesn't matter. Can't say I can't stand all of them, but man, they're in it for themselves, no doubt about that. And even if they're not, you know, they're surely not working to help us. And if they're trying, they're very ineffective. Very ineffective.
Fit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on. Needlessly bleeding, resources all dry. Turn a blind eye if it means a pay rise. Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing. I'm a peaceful adolescent. There's no need to be unpleasant. Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my fingers on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we died upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame. We point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
It is an old money game over there in Europe, right? Maybe not so old over here, although we got some old money too. Power and influence. Yeah, it's a money game, man. What are you gonna do? That's the way the world operates. I don't know much about British politics, you know. Probably better off. Ours are bad enough. I'm not familiar too much so with the Parliament and how it operates. I know a little bit about it, but Not enough. Not enough to make comments.
This old money game.
Old Nixon.
This old money is a game and the ladder we climb turns a saint into a sinner with this fingering crime. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is.
Hey, did you see that? They had James Gandolfini in there, right? Sopranos. I wonder, maybe in the comments, let me know. You guys watch The Sopranos over there in Europe? Man, that was my favorite series, you know. I think Americans were a little bit obsessed with the whole Godfather and organized crime being part of our history, culture. Man, I love that guy. I can't believe it. I think he died while he was in Europe, wasn't he? He was traveling and had a massive heart attack. I think he was out of the country. I miss that guy, man. If y'all haven't seen Sopranos, you need to go check it out.
Money is a game and the ladder we climb turns a saint into a sinner with this fingering crime. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is business economics in a nursery rhyme. She sells seashells on a seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells because there's loads on the sand. Step one, you must create a sense of scarcity. Shells will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step two, gotta make the people think that they want them, really fucking want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a shell, then you're just a fucking waste man. Three, it's monopoly. Invest inside some property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell, that will be a new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. Four, expand, expand, expand. Clear forest, make land, fresh blood on hands. Five, why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells seashells, sell oil as well. Six, guns, sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the
Keep selling them guns, man. I like them. Keep selling them guns. That's where I just came from. Just came from the shooting range. A couple 1911 45 ACPs. Springfield and what was the other one? Rock Island. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty bright. I mean, this is brilliant the way he's singing this thing like a nursery rhyme. I mean, that is basic economics. That's right. Now he gets into what's behind it with all the sinister strategy and how you control populations, and there's probably a lot of truth to that, man. I'm sure there is. Guns, sell stocks, sell diamonds, sell rocks, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. Is that Big Ben?
stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7, press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes, then run to be the president of the United States. 8, big smile, make big wave, that's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9, polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10, the world is yours, step out on the stage to a round of applause.
Oh man, was that taking a shot at Trump there? Oh, we got the hat. Make America great again.
Matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10, the world is yours, step out on the stage to a round of applause. You're a liar, cheat, a devil, a whore, and you sell seashells on the seashore. Rain, 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 a storm it comes our way, and those who...
Guys, I said it in the last video though, you are much better off in a capitalistic society, man. Capitalism. I know this song is railing against capitalism, but it's much better than the alternative. If you think I'm wrong, hit me up in the comments and tell me what socialist or communist society has a better quality of life. You know, it's not about equal outcomes, it's about equal opportunity. And I know there's not exactly equal opportunity, old money, some people have an advantage, I got it, but you know what I'm saying. At least you got a chance. Let me go back 1 second.
A storm it comes our way, and those who rise to distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we die upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame. Point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. be gay. This all.
All right, man. It was basically a continuation of the last song, of course, just talking about the corruption this time, focused kind of deeper on the government, politicians, how they control things and scheme. And I kept my blood pressure down this time, so that's good. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what's the alternative, Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Let's get into the end of the video. Like all videos, got a piece of scripture. Try to do something a little bit positive here. A positive piece. I'm in Proverbs. I like Proverbs, one little, I don't know much. I'm just at the beginning of my journey, like I've mentioned before. But one thing that's neat about Proverbs, somebody told me when I was first starting to get into the Bible, there's 31 Proverbs. So one trick they do is whatever the date of the month is, then, that's what they do. Every day they just go to that proverb and read it. And then they're just reading one every day. They're kind of short. I'm not exactly following that process today. I'm going to go to Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Okay? Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your paths straight. That's a powerful piece of scripture. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. That's where humans get in trouble, right? We think we know everything or we can figure everything out. And, I get a lot of comments from you guys. I know several of you out there don't have faith, don't believe in it, and you're atheists or whatever. And, hey, that's on you. That's you. You do you. But I know for me, when I found myself in a tight spot, not a tight spot, not like I got into trouble or anything. I came into some difficult times in my life, and I was struggling, found myself alone at the age of 54, no family within hours. Closest family is about 3.5 hours away. No family, not many friends. I'm a boss at work, so, anyway. Just hit me all at one time. Like, damn, that's not how I thought this was going to end up. 54, sitting in a house by yourself, after multiple failed relationships. But that's where life led me. But the point is that, when I took the opportunity and examined myself when I was going through that difficult, dark period, and I examined how did I get to where I was, and how much of that was my responsibility and how much of it was just the way life unfolds sometimes. I did realize and recognize things that I needed to change about myself. And that was part of me being born again, if you will, and changing my life, being born as a new Christian and stepping away from some of the old ways. And that's what that verse says to me, right? So sometimes in our life we have to recognize that things we've been doing, way we've been behaving, certain habits or vices, they're not helping us, they're hurting us. And that's true of a lot of people in that video, That's why they're maybe the way they are. They're misguided and they're not treating people the right way. So anyway, that's what that says to me is, trust in the Lord. Do not trust in your own understanding how you think the world ought to be or how you think that you should be behaving or, how you carry yourself. It helps me to be in Scripture. Look at the teachings of Jesus Christ. He's very specific on how you should lead your life, And, yeah. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not perfect, never going to get there. I'm a sinner, but, I try to not lean on my understandings. I try and lean on the Lord. And I do believe He'll make my path straight. And He's already helped me quite a bit, all right? But the main thing is loving each other. So that's part of why I started the video out there in the beginning, because even though I have those strong feelings, they are who I am, and those are my beliefs. And I'm not backpedaling from any of them on that last video at all. So don't think I am. But the same way, you can take a little bit of the fervor out of it. Don't have to go on a rant, and need to have more love. But at the same time, we need to pray for evil people and hope that they change. And if not, sometimes they do have to be dealt with. All right. A lot of talking for me there at the end. So if you made it to the end of this video, God bless you. Don't know how you did it, but I appreciate it. And I'm going to go on to Money Game 3. I look forward to it. God bless all y'all. See you next time.